Final notice to Lara Croft, current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight, quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond, and she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
There is a lot of stuff. I'm not even leaving this room yet. Like I know the safe is probably the first thing I'm supposed to pop into, but there's a lot of stuff in this one room I want to examine. So this is basically what this part's going to be, is examining stuff.
And Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice. This is probably my grandfather, Benjamin.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. Icy but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Alright, one last item to look in here, and it's the blueprint.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Oh, there's something else. Oh, found something.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
Alright, so all that's left to look out for is the safe itself. So let's go take a wander over here. Of course, this safe's not going to open.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Alright, so let's explore Croft Manor. And by the looks of it, I have no access
to
to
the library.
And it's locked, of course.
Locked. There's got to be another way through.
Wait. I can't rush through quickly because there's stuff I might be missing, like scripts, manuscripts, that sort of thing.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Oh. Well.
Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
As you can see there.
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Like, it's not afraid. Like, as you can see here, I've already discovered a way to Croft Manor. Like, look, I'm just gonna kind of walk into here and take a look around myself. Let's take a look around. Is there anything worth reading? Papers?
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
So we're doing the Blood Ties one first, and then we'll be doing Lara's Nightmare next. So I'm
the
just
grand hall.
Oh,
Always
wow.
loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Yeah, she hasn't really been here since she usually would
Lara,
stay.
you know the West Wing is off limits.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see.
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
Alright, I'm gonna go follow the service path just to get into the library, but I want to pop open. I'm gonna need a ball. I'm gonna need, yep. Alright, I'll check over here, then I'm gonna head over to the service passage. Ooh,
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
I have to say though, like, this is very well designed. Like, look how lovely this banner looks. But, enough sightseeing on architecture and stuff like that. I am going to follow the path that Lara's created for herself.
Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Oh, for the love of... Ah,
One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
nope, that's not what I was looking for. Flashlight, flashlight, flashlight. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to look in the manor just for a flashlight. Now, there's a heating lamp, that won't work. There's an old lamp, that won't work. Ooh, maybe in here. Nope, nothing in there. Alright. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to go down to see if I can find a flashlight.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass. Thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places. About finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Winston.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. But a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
Alright, so we got a few more items to look around, and then I'm going to probably call this a part. Maybe in the next part I'll...
Since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
Yamatai.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
Yeah, I'm gonna check, see if there's one more. Maybe in here I'll be could there be?
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Thank you. I got a flashlight. Let there be light.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
I had to go all the way down here just to get a flashlight. Jeez. Alright. Well, before I enter the service patches, I will basically check this out.
I'm not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
I have a weird feeling that's going to be a plot point in the next Tomb Raider game, where you find out that the Croft family apparently may have been originally part of Trinity, and that's why they're why they might be a disgraced family. So I'm just going to end the part right here, and I'm going to continue on in the next part. So, see ya.